After all this time, we're still shining in my sky. I was 19 counting raindrops on the same small window pane. Little town and quiet evenings, every dream felt far away. You were laughing by the river, shoes in hand on summer nights, tracing wishes in the water, saying one day we'll take flight.
We were shy and always careful, scared to break the fragile air, passing notes instead of questions, almost touching, never dare. Every corner of that city held a secret with your name. Every lamppost, every shadow knew my heart would never change.
I didn't know how long we had, I only knew it felt like home.
Every bus stop, every sunset made me fear we'd both outgrow. If I told you that I loved you, would the spell just fade and die?
So I kept it in my pocket like a star, I never lied.
After all this time, you're still shining in my sky,
like a street light in a small town that my heart keeps passing by.
Even when the years moved on and we both learned how to lie, you were there in every silence, in the corner of my mind. After all this time, you're still shining in my sky,
like the echo of a promise that we never said out loud.
yeah. Even when we walked away and let the distance draw its line,
You were still my quiet North Star,
out of reach and yet so bright.
after all this time.
We're still shining in my sky.
Now I'm older in the city, under taller, colder lights, crowded trains and glowing phones replace a small town summer nights. I walk past a cafe window where two strangers share a smile, and I see our younger shadows just for once a spending mile.
I've been busy, I've been trying to be someone I don't know, chasing titles, chasing numbers, but my heart still walks too slow. Then I hear your name in passing like a song from long ago. They say you moved here just last week and my world begins to glow.
All the streets we used to dream of, all the roads beneath my feet, every crosswalk feels like fate now, every crowd where we can meet. If I see you on this corner, will you know me when I smile? Can we pick up all the pieces that we scattered through the miles?
After all this time, you're still shining in my sky, like a quiet constellation that I never learned to hide.
We grew older, we got broken, we learned how to say goodbye,
But the part of me that's honest
never learned to let you die.
After all this time, we're still shining in my sky, standing here on this new pavement with the same old trembling eyes.
If we're both a little braver,
If we both stop asking why,
maybe we can walk together.
not just watch each other shine.
After all this time,
We're still shining in my sky.
I remember every season like a movie in my chest. All the winters you were missing, all the summers I suppressed, all the times I almost called you, held my breath and let it ring, all the songs I never finished, cause your name was everything.
If the past is just a lesson in the pain of borrowed coat, we can hang it by the doorway, we don't have to wear that ghost. Take my hand here in the present, under all these city lights. We're not 19, but I swear that I still see you just as bright. After all this time, you're still shining in my sky,
Through the heartbreaks and the detours,
through the days we time. We're still shining in my sky. After all this time, we're still shining in my sky.
You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. 10 years later in the city, under taller, colder skies, crowded trains and glaring billboards, but your name still fills my mind. I've been drawing all these moments, little comics of my days, calling in night shift sketches, hiding you in every frame. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years, like a song on torn up posters, holding up my every tear. Even when we walk as strangers, acting like we never knew, every verse that kept me breathing felt like it was born from you. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years, in the corners of the story only I can see so clear. Even if you never find me, even if I disappear, you're my quiet light, still shining through the years. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. 10 years later in the city, under taller, colder skies, crowded trains and glowing billboards, but your name still fills my mind. I've been drawing all these moments, little comics of my days, calling in night shift sketches, hiding you in every frame. There's a panel with a rainstorm and a stranger writing songs in a blackout convenience store where the night felt far too long. I upload it with a heartbeat, thinking no one's gonna care. Then a comment says without the cashier I'd have never written there. Now your music fills my headphones on these crowded city streets, and my sketches live on screens where you could pass and maybe see. If I see you at the doorway of some late night little shop, will you recognize the memory or just smile and quickly stop? All the years we walked in circles, never saying what we meant. Are we brave enough to stand here, call it more than accident? You're my quiet light, still shining through the years, from the small town rainy midnights to these neon city flares. Every time I almost gave up, you were there between the lines, in the lyrics on the posters, in the frames I drew at night. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years, and I see it in your eyes now when you finally stand right here. We can laugh like we're just strangers, but the truth is crystal clear. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. I remember that first blackout, only one small lamp still on. You were breaking in the silence, I was there to hold it strong. All the nights I checked your posters, just to feel less alone. All the times you traced my comics and felt something like a home. If the past is just a movie that we're scared to hit rewind, we can pause it on this moment, choose a different storyline. I don't need a perfect ending or the answers to our fears. I just know that in my darkness you kept shining all these years. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years, through the heartbreaks and the detours, every unspoken I'm here. Now we're standing in the open, no more hiding, no more masks. All the secrets in our sketchbooks, finally learning how to laugh. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. If you're tired, if you're hurting, I'll be right beside you near. We can walk through changing seasons, through small towns and city spheres, hand in hand beneath the streetlights, letting go of all our fears. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. You're my quiet light, still shining through the years. Time with you was never wasted. "19, working through the midnight in a town that never shouts. Flickering convenience store light, life just dragging in and out. You came in with rainy shoulders and a smile that wasn't real. Said they told me to be perfect, but I don't know how that feels. You were famous on the posters, but you whispered I'm not me. They don't want the songs I'm writing, only what they wanna see. I was drawing on receipts, hiding pictures in the lines. Both of us too scared to show the parts we buried deep inside. You said they don't want my stories, just a safer, softer sound. If I can't be honest in them, should I even write them down? I laughed and asked you gently if you're not true in your own skin. Who are all these songs for if not the life you're really in? And you turned the question on me with a half-embarrassed smile. Why do all your little drawings only live beneath these lights? Time with you is never wasted, even if we never know the end. We can lose in front of everyone, then come here and breathe again. Every quiet hour together that the world calls wasting time feels like all the parts I'm hiding finally get to come alive. Time with you is never wasted, even if we never know the end. We can fail the world's expectations, we can lay our masks to rest. If I only get these moments where I get to be myself. Ooh, time with you is never wasted, it's the only thing that helps. Time with you is never wasted. 10 years later in the city, under higher, colder lights. I've been running on a treadmill made of numbers, views and likes. You've been working office hours, drawing dreams between the lines. Filling sketchbooks on the subway, making worlds you never show. We were busy being grown up, saying yes when we meant no. Learning how to play it safer, how to dim the inner glow. But whenever life got heavy, when the world turned hard and loud, you're the face inside my memory where I never had to bow. If we meet again at midnight in some overworked cafe, can we still talk like we used to? Throw our careful mess away. If I told you I've been counting every stolen hour we had, would you say that I'm still foolish or just quietly hold my hand? You once said that being with me never felt like losing time, so I kept that in my pocket like a secret waiting light. Time with you is never wasted, even through these 10 long years. Through the crossroads and the heartbreaks, through the distance and the tears. We can stand here in the open, all our failures on display. But the minutes spent beside you are the ones I'd always say. It's never wasted, that's the truest thing I've learned. If the world calls this a detour, let them chase their perfect turns. You once smiled and whispered softly, even if we never last. I decided I was stretched this wasting time until it's past. Time with you is never wasted. If the trophies all stop shining and the stage lights fade to black, if your drawings stay in notebooks and no one ever calls them back, would you still come sit beside me when the city goes to sleep? Call it just a little break, but know it's what we really need. All the evenings in the store light, all the secrets
secrets that we kept, every joke we made to cover all the fears we never said. If the only thing we're certain of is how this comfort feels, let me spend the rest of my life wasting time right here with you. Time with you is never wasted, even if we never knew the end. From that 19-year-old midnight to this 30-something chance, every wrong turn, every breakdown led me back to where you were, to the only place that ever let me fold away the scars. Time with you was never wasted. We're still shining through the years. Not a perfect happy ending, just the courage to be here. We can walk beneath the streetlights in our small town or the sky, knowing every wasted moment kept our quiet flame alive. Time with you was never wasted, still shining through the years. Time with you was never wasted, still shining through the years. Time with you was never wasted.
"19 under grocery bag lights, cartons stacked against the wall. You were holding two futures in your shaking, quiet palms. They said, pack your bags for so now, if you want your name in lights. Cut the rumors, cut the girlfriend, live a clean and shining life." I was clutching one thin paper, some exchanging foreign skies. Teacher said, you've been selected, let your drawings learn to fly. We were laughing in that alley like our hearts were not afraid, talking big about our futures while our eyes gave us away. You said, if one day I can make it back to stand right here, if this doorway stays behind me and the cameras pull me near, will you hate me for the distance? Will this little world feel wrong? I just smiled and joked I'd watch it through a tiny glowing phone. But I turned before you noticed how my eyes began to sting, 'cause the thought of you not coming felt like cutting off my wings. After all this time, if we're not here, did our promise hurt or heal? Did we save each other's futures, or just break what we could feel? All those late night conversations in the shadow of your store, will they fade like empty echoes, or come knocking on our doors? After all this time, if we're not here, did we do the best we could when we said it's for your own good? Were we lying to our truth? If the only place we ever learned to breathe was standing here. After all this time, if we're not here, did our promise hurt or heal? If one day we're not here, did our promise hurt or heal? 10 years later, under skylines made of glass and borrowed stars, you're in cities I can't picture, chasing stages, chasing charts. I stayed home when mom got fragile, packed away my foreign plans, traded airports for the war light and my trembling steady hands. You were signing cleaner contracts in a language made of gold, telling everyone around you, cut her out, I'll go alone. In your songs they heard ambition, but between each practice line, every chorus that they paid for had my shadow on the spine. Now I walk these older sidewalks, see our ghosts at every turn. Two kids talking in the back lane, both too scared of getting hurt. If I pass a late convenience store with boxes stacked in rows, I can almost hear you asking what we're both afraid to know. If we met again tomorrow on some quiet city street, will we thank that night for letting go, or fall apart on our feet? After all this time, if we're not here, did our promise hurt or heal? Did the distance make us strong?
closer. I was scared to keep you near. If I'd asked you, stay beside me even if the world complains, would you have said yes, I'm willing? And we carry both our names. If one day we're not here, oh yeah. I remember cardboard towers, midnight wind and city noise, all the jokes we made to cover how afraid we were a choice. You were tracing all your ticket lines like roads you had to take. I was nodding, saying go now, though my chest began to break. If I dropped that little courage, let my tears fall in your hands, would you still have boarded airplanes? Would I still have changed my plans? Or did we need all this distance, all these lonely quiet years, just to learn that loving someone isn't something to be feared? After all this time, we're standing here. Did our promise hurt or heal? In this small town or this city, we can finally say it real. Yes, we broke in different places. Yes, we bled along the way, but the memory of that alley kept our hearts from turning gray. After all this time, we're back right here, and our promise starts to heal. We can hold each other's choices without running from what's real. If the price of all our growing was to lose and find again, then I'd still choose that old question, just to reach this warmer end. After all this time, if we're still here, let our promise start to heal. After all this time, if we're still here, let our promise start to heal.
We were 19 in the back street of a corner midnight store. Cardboard castles, plastic crates, and all our dreams against that wall. You said someday I'll be someone, I'll come back and hold your eyes. Then you walked into the darkness, chasing ever brighter skies. I stayed standing by the doorway when your footsteps disappeared. Thought my life would stay there with you if I waited long enough here. But the clock kept turning softly, pulled my fingers from the frame, and the first step that I took alone was one that wore your name. I was late to my own story, always living in what if, counting all the little moments that we never got to live. But the road outside kept calling, even though my heart was sore. So I started walking slowly from the place we weren't anymore. After you left, I finally started to walk through the quiet, empty evenings where your shadow crossed my thoughts. Every street I crossed alone held your echo in the dark. I was late to my own heartbeat, but your leaving lit the spark. After you left, I finally started to walk, learning how to breathe without you, but you never left my sky. Even when the days grew heavy and the nights felt far too long, you were still the distant star that pulled me forward all alone. After you left, I finally started to walk. 10 years later in the city, I've been singing on small stages. Some songs hit and then they vanish, swallowed up by younger faces. Wrong direction, shiny outfits, labels telling me who to be. So I tore the script and started from the quiet parts of me. 10 years later, you've been drawing every bruise and every smile. Office
office hours, midnight side jobs, turning life to comic style. There's a channel on my phone now, night shift sketch I always play. I don't know the face behind it, but it feels like home someday. Somewhere in another window you go live to talk a while. Tell your fans a little secret with a half embarrassed smile. Once someone said he'd write me just one song and get it back. Maybe after all these years he's still just tuning all the tracks. I sit frozen in the studio with your voice around my heart. All at once those 7 years feel like they're tearing me apart. After you left, I finally started to walk. Put a broken little story into songs and into art. Every milestone that I reach now has your silhouette in chalk. Every finish line I'm crossing traces where we used to start. After you left, I finally started to walk. Through the 3 or 5 year markers, through the 7-year-long fall, I thought distance meant it's over, but the truth I couldn't hide. You were still the quiet compass, drawing circles in my mind. After you left, I finally started to walk. If you'd stay beside the counter, would I ever learn to run? Would I still be stuck in patterns? Never seen who I was. If I hadn't lost your presence, would you ever show your work? Let the world fall in love slowly with the sketches that once hurt. All the years we spent on speaking, all the nights we walked alone, turned into a kind of language only older hearts can know. You were gone, but every absence drew a map beneath my feet. Every season that I stumbled pulled me closer back to you. After you left, I finally started to walk through the stations and the cities, through the small town and the fog. Now at 30 in this moment, when I hear your gentle voice saying, if you live for yourself, you can wait 10 years and more. After you left, I thought our story had no chapters left, but the roads we walked without us led us back here face to face. If the price of all this growing was to lose and then return, I would still take every footstep just to stand where we have learned. After you left, I finally started to walk, but you're still shining in my sky. Still shining in my sky. After you left, I finally started to walk, and now we're walking side by side.
We were 19 in a small town, under buzzing, fading lights. Rain-soaked jackets on your shoulders, empty aisles at closing time. You were just a trembling stranger, but your songs were in my ears, writing verses on a napkin while the blackout hid your tears.
I was drawing little comics in the margins of my days, turning night shifts into panels, hiding feelings in the frames. Back then neither of us knew it, but that one fluorescent night would keep shining in our chests like some unfinished silent line.
I was scared that if I named it, all the magic would be gone. If I called that I was special, it would fade with morning sun.
So you left to chase your future, I stayed standing where we were, both pretending we moved on, but still writing about her. After all this time, you're still shining in my heart, like the small town neon halo in a world that fell apart.
Every lyric that I listened to, each sketch I drew alone,
Was a quiet way of asking if you felt the same unknown.
after
crossed our oceans, let the seasons make their marks. Even when we walked to strangers through the cities in our minds, you were still my hidden chorus, every silence in my life.
After all this time,
you're still shining in my heart.
10 years later in the city, in a glass-walled scoring room, there's an email on the table drawn from Life Night Shift cartoon. All the frames show rainy doorways, neon blue on someone's face alone. Singer in a corner with a pen and empty page.
Dahan laughs and then falls quiet, says this looks a lot like you. All those nights inside that store light, now reborn in painted hues. I say sure, we'll take the project, never guessing what it means. That the hand behind these sketches is the one I used to see.
You walk in with quiet footsteps, city skyline on your coat. See my back turned to the console, hear a $500,000 note. For a second, time folds inward like a door that swings both ways, and that 19-year-old moment stands beside our 30 days.
You say nothing as I turn there, but your eyes forget to breathe. Old convenience store reflections flicker in this polished scene. I see rain and plastic wrappers, I see you beneath the sign. Then this present breaks the surface and your gaze collides with mine.
You say, so you really turn into the man who writes these songs?
And I answer,
you turn night shifts into worlds where we belong.
after all this time, you're still shining in my heart. Every frame you drew in secret was a map back to the start.
Every song I sang in cities thinking no one understood
Was my way of saying softly, if you hear this, I'm still yours. After all this time,
you're still shining in my heart.
from that small town's rainy window to this crowded hallway's dark.
We spent years just distant echoes in each other's favorite scenes. You in every line I scribble, me inside your drawn out dreams.
After all this time, you're still shining in my
Meeting over people, leaving footsteps fading down the hall.
Down slows and lets the doorway close on just the two of us.
We both start to say the night when
Then we stop and only laugh.
cause the rest of that old sentence has been sung in every track.
Every comment on your last stream where you joked about a song.
Every chorus I kept hiding.
Thinking you had moved along.
All the years we thought were empty,
Filled with work and quiet screens.
were just ways the universe kept us talking in between.
After all this time, you're still shining in my heart.
And I know now every detour drew us back to where we are.
From the night you store in shadows to the studio full of light, we were always in each other's stories, just in different lives. After all this time, you finally hear my heart.
All the words I couldn't say, then I've been waiting in the dark.
If the past was just a prologue to this moment that we share, I would walk those 10 years over just to find you standing here. After all this time, you're still shining in my heart. Still shining, still shining. After all this time, you finally hurt my heart.
Leaning on the window of a midnight little bus. City sleeping, we're still talking, filling silence up with dust. We've been working on this project, hiding feelings in our hands. Every lyric, every storyboard keeps circling where we stand. You say back then when you vanished, not a word, you disappeared. All the passing streetlights shimmer on the questions that you fear. I look down and chase an answer that I've used 1,000 times. I believe that walking out was somehow best for you and I. But your eyes begin to glisten in the rearview's borrowed glow, and you ask, did you ask me if that best was what I chose? All the years I
stay. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. Turning all my broken pieces into lyrics no one read. Telling everyone to find out why your name stayed in my chest. Every song I never finished was a way to hold my breath. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. Walking roads we never planned on with your shadow at my heel. Even when I tried to bury every trace of what we were, you were still the quiet chorus I was too afraid to sing. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. 10 years later, you've been drawing every bruise you couldn't name. Office hours and late night deadlines turning hurt to gentle frames. On a live stream to your viewers, you have smiling to the lens. There's a boy who once said proudly, I'll write you a song someday. Fans all laugh, it's just a story, but your heart knows what is true. That the only thing you had left when he left was art in you. On the other side, I'm sitting in a quiet studio, phone beside the mixing console, playing back your every word. On that late bus back from work, and we run out of things to hide. You say softly, all my sketches aren't the proof I didn't mind. I'm not strong because you left me, I just clung to what I had. When you walked out, all that saved me was the pen inside my head. And I say you built a kingdom out of pages, out of views. While I lost and kept on losing, writing songs that felt like you. In the hum of tired engines, all our armor falls away. What we never said at 19 finally learns to find its phrase. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. Turning all my quiet longing into drawings, into hymns. You were sketching out your survival in the corners of your nights. I was hiding your reflection in the cards beneath my lines. Every day without you, we were walking toward the sea, through the 3-year and the 5-year and the 7-year repeats. All the times we told the world that we're okay, we moved ahead. We're just ways to keep on breathing with your ghost not really dead. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. After you step off that last bus, city lights begin to blur. I go back into the studio where the night hums soft and sure. From my wallet comes a paper, edges faded, bending thin. On the back in rushed hand writing, I owe you a song, my friend. For a decade I called distance just a price we had to pay. Now I see that every silence was a debt I didn't face. So I tape it to the wall there just above this waiting mic. Whisper, if I still owe you, I will start to pay. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. All the nights I didn't call you turned to verses in my head. All the days you drew without me filled the world with where we've been. Every petal, every lyric was a place back to the scene. Every day without you, I was practicing to stand, not as someone there to save you, but as who I really am. If the only way to see you now is honest without shields, I will spend the rest of my lifetime singing what I couldn't then. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. Every day without you, I was learning how to meet you again. In a midnight corner of a quiet little store. Rain outside and flickering aisles. We were strangers, nothing more. Lights went out along the street, but one small island stayed alive. You were riding on a receipt while I watched your shaking eyes. Back then I thought it was a moment that would disappear. Just a blackout, just a long shift, just a passing fleeting year. But that tiny fragile hour under cheap fluorescent suns was the first time in my story that my heart began to run. I was scared to call it special, scared the magic wouldn't last. So you left to chase the future, I stayed buried in the past. But that promise on the paper, I owe you one honest song, kept on glowing in the dark like something quietly still on. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. From that blackout on our first night to this bright and open sky. Every promise that we borrowed, every silence that we kept, every year we spent apart still led us back to where we met. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. Not because we got it perfect, not because we did it right, but through all those lonely seasons when I thought I lost your face, I would see you in the kindest parts of everyone I met. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. 30 in the same small store, now wearing brand new painted walls. Your illustrations on the ceiling turn the owls into a sky. We just wrapped the final take for a song called Still Shining Now. Crowds have left and all that's left is you and me and all we sound. You were standing by the counter where I once wrote on that slip. I reach into my worn out wallet, feel the edges fold and rip. Do you still remember this? I ask and place it in your hand. You just laugh and shake your head. You still kept it after that. I say that night I wrote I owe you just one song, then walked away. Made you wait for 10 whole years before I dared to really say I don't only owe a chorus, I owe 10 years of my voice. 10 years worth of I'm so sorry, 10 years worth of you're my choice. You look up at all the ceiling lights and let the truth unfold. 10 years not because you love me, that what makes you so bold. What moves me is that without you for a decade everywhere, I still saw your shape reflected in the people who were there. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. In the store that once went silent, now the colors all ignite. Every hurt and every distance, every for your best goodbye, turn to constellations guiding both our footsteps through the night. This time, we're still shining in this light. From the night I thought was darkest to the softly glowing time. You say that first night felt like all my days had lost their shine. Now I see it was the first time that my own heart learned to light. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. I say if you're still willing, can we start from closing time? From the minutes after lockup when it's only you and I. You just smile and tease, don't tell me let me come back when I'm great. I don't need some future version, I just want you here today. You were waiting in my memories while I hid behind my pride. Now I'd rather be imperfect than keep loving you in lies of 10 more years. From this moment we're still walking side by side. Let's look up at some new ceiling and say we're still shining, you and I. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. As we step out through the sliding doors, the street lamps flicker bright. Where the whole block once went dark, now every bulb begins to rise. Like the world itself is saying it made it through the longest night. This time, we're still shining in this light. On a distant foreign stage, they say your song crossed every tide. They say once there was a story in a midnight little store. You just glance at me and whisper, I just won't hide it anymore. After all this time, we're still shining in this light. After all this time, we're still shining in this light.